Check, check, one, two. Hello, sports fans, and welcome to the Sky Sports 101 Thursday Night Football Recap Show and Friday NFL Special Football recap, which was the Chiefs and Rays. We're going to do Green Bay first, and you're going to show me a question tomorrow in my early games, my NFL early games pregame show tomorrow. I'm sorry I didn't get one yesterday, and I did not get a chance to do it, but we'll recap both games, starting with Green Bay and Miami. Jordan Love celebrated the Green Bay Packers' victory on Thanksgiving by night by taking a bite out of a turkey leg and raising it in the air. His feast was a long time coming. Love led the Packers on to a Thanksgiving Day triumph over in Detroit last year, but wasn't given a turkey leg afterward, as customary in these televised postgame interviews. His teammates vowed to make sure Love got a turkey leg this time, and he earned it by throwing two touchdown passes to Jalen Reed in a 30-17 win over the Miami Dolphins on Thursday night, on Thanksgiving night. To be able to come in here and get the win, uh, the tur- that's get the turkey leg after it was very delicious, said Love, who went 21 of 28 for 274 yards, just a little something to celebrate. Josh Jacobs bought a turkey platter into the locker room as Green Bay, who's now 9-3, commemorated a third straight victory. The Packers, who have won 7 of their last 8 games, with a 27-3 lead, have made a goal line stand to thwart a comeback attempt. Miami, who fell to 5-7 in its recent history of struggling in cold weather, the kickoff temperature at Lambeau Field was 27 degrees and 2.7 Celsius with 10 mile an hour winds, light flurries, and a wind chill of 18. I would say, from my standpoint and our team's standpoint, we're not going to use any of that as an excuse for why we didn't get the start that we wanted, said Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, who was 37 to 46 for 365 yards with 2 touchdowns despite getting sacked 5 times. The Dolphins have lost uh, 12, 12 regular season or season or postseason games in which temperatures at kickoff have been below 40 degrees, 4.5 for Celsius. The Dolphins' most recent victory came in a game with a kickoff temperature at 40 or lower. Was a 34-31 overtime triumph at Buffalo on December 24th, 2016. Green Bay is playing 3 games in a 12-day stretch. The Packers beat the San Francisco 49ers 38-10 on Sunday and will visit the NFC North leading Detroit Lions next Thursday night. I thought we played well for it being a short week, Packers safety Xavier McKinney said. I thought we came out there and had the right mindset as we started fast, and that was the key to today's win, Thursday's win. Love and Reed connected on touchdown completions of 3 and 12 yards. Jacobs scored from 1 yard out, and Brandon McManus kicked 2 field goals as Green Bay led 27-3 midway through the third quarter. Miami tried to rally. Tagovailoa's 14-yard pass to Devon Kane and a 2-point conversion pass to Jalen Waddle cut Green Bay's lead to 27-11 with 2:43 left in the third after Miami stopped Jacobs for a 2-yard loss on third and 1 to force a punt. The Dolphins drove again and had second and goal at the 1 early in the fourth quarter. We fought hard, Dolphins defensive lineman Callis Campbell said. We have no quit in us. I really genuinely believed we were going to give ourselves a chance to win at the end. Green Bay's goal line defense vanquished those hopes. After Rayshon Gary stopped a Kane on second down and Tagovailoa couldn't connect with Donu Smith on third down, and Quay Walker made a fourth down sack with 9:33 remaining. 49-yard completion from Love to Jacobs, then set up to McManus, 33-yard field goal with 5:02 left. Miami completed the scoring on a deflective 12-yard touchdown pass from Tagovailoa to Tyreek Hill with 3:04 remaining. Miami's slow start enabled the Packers to take command. After forcing a 3-and-out on the opening possession, the Dolphins gave Green Bay a first and goal opportunity when Malik Washington muffed a punt and Robert Rachel recovered at the 9. The turnover set up Love's 3-yard touchdown pass to Reed on third and goal. Green Bay reached the end zone again on its next series as Jacobs' touchdown capped a 12-play, 76-yard drive that lasted nearly 7 minutes. The Dolphins had a first and goal at the 9 in the second quarter, but settled for Jason Sanders' 23-yard field goal. Green Bay then scored 10 points in the final 96 seconds of the half to make it 20-43. On third and 2 from the 12, Reed caught a pass around the line of scrimmage and used a downfield block from Dontavion Wicks to reach the end zone after Tagovailoa overthrew a Kane on 4th and 5 from the Green Bay 38 with 22 seconds left. A couple of completions from Love to Tucker Kraft helped the Packers get into position for McManus' 40-yard field goal as time expired. From that point on, it was pretty much just a matter of making sure Love didn't go hungry. That was the one thing that was the most important to me, was making sure Jordan got his leg, Kraft said. Packers cornerback Corey Ballantyne hurt his knee on the opening kickoff, and Packers defensive lineman Aaron Mosby was evaluated for a concussion. Dolphins defensive back Cater Conhue hurt his back while coddling with Packers wide receiver Christian Watson on a passing completion. Dolphins quarterback Cam Smith injured his shoulder. The Dolphins will host the New York Jets, next Sunday on December 8th, and they will have to regroup to try to get a win. And the Packers will be at Detroit Thursday night on Thursday Night Football next week. Right now, I've got to give the game balls for this game. And the turkey leg, as I mentioned, to Jordan Love. I give him the turkey leg. And he gets one of the game balls goes to him. Jordan Love, 21 of 28, 270 carries and attempts, 274 yards, 2 touchdowns. Josh Jacobs, 19 attempts, 1 touchdown, 43 yards. And Tucker Kraft, 6 receptions, 78 yards. So I tip my hat to the Packers in this one. Got to give them the credit, all that credit. They go to 9-3. Dolphins fall to 9-7. And yesterday's game between the Raiders and Chiefs, we're going to recap that one for you right now. Okay. The Kansas City Chiefs have made a habit of winning games in the most improbable ways. The way they beat the Raiders on Friday still had Patrick Mahomes and company shaking their heads in disbelief. The two-time MVP watched from the sideline as Las Vegas drove within range of a winning field goal with 15 seconds left, only to botch the snap on its final offensive play, allowing Chiefs the Chiefs to escape with a 19-17 victory that also secured their 10th consecutive playoff berth, the second largest streak in NFL history. Obviously, a big stop and a big moment that got us the win, Mahomes said. The Raiders fall to 2-10, had taken over at their own 8-yard line with just under 2 minutes to go, and quarterback Aiden O'Connell quickly moved them across midfield, eventually spiking the ball at the Kansas City 32 to stop the clock. Rather than try for the winning field goal, Daniel Carlson missed a three from 50 plus. The Raiders lined up to run a play, hoping to gain a few yards with a throw to the sideline before time expired, but amid the roar of Arrowhead Stadium rookie center Jackson Powers, Johnson snapped the ball when O'Connell wasn't expecting it and bounced it off the QB's shoulders. Chiefs linebacker Nick Bolton pounced on it, and the recovery stood when a flag on the play turned out to be an illegal shift by the Raiders. I actually didn't watch Raiders coach Antonio Pierce set of the fateful play. The last play, there was a lot going on from the officiating to the flags to the ball being snapped. Mahomes finished with 306 yards passing and a touchdown, and fill-in kicker Matt Wright made 4 field goals for the two-time defending Super Bowl champion Chiefs, are now 11-1, who won their NFL record, extending 14th consecutive one-possession game. Like many of them, including last week's last-second win over Carolina, the Chiefs seemed to be in no mood to celebrate. I mean, we just hold ourselves to such a high standard, we don't feel like we're playing our best football, Mahomes said. We have to find a way to build up to play great as a full entire team. It's awesome that we're finding ways to get wins. That's what you're going for, but our goal is to get to the Super Bowl. The Raiders had a chance to take the lead earlier in the fourth quarter, too, when O'Connell drove them across midfield, but the Chiefs forced 3 incompletions. George Karlaftis and Justin Reed batted down two to bring up fourth down. Carlson headed onto the field, but his 58-yard try with 2:21 remaining never got near the uprights. O'Connell finished with 340 yards passing and 2 touchdowns for the Raiders, who have lost 8 of 9 to their AFC West rivals. Brock Bowers had 10 catches for 140 yards and one of the scores. These guys battled until the very end, until the clock hit 0, Pierce said. They believed we were going to win and fought their butts off to the very end. All phases contributed to help us get in that position, but Aiden did a hell of a job. He stayed in the pocket, made big-time throws for us, puts the ball down the field. The numbers say what they're going to say. I'm proud of my team, our team. I'm proud of the fight. We came up short yet again against the world champs twice now. The hapless Raiders were able to hang around thanks to some problems that have plagued the Chiefs much of the season. Their offensive tackles were unable to give Mahomes time to throw. Their secondary kept breaking down and committed too many penalties, 3 on 1 offensive possession alone. In fact, Mahomes was under extreme duress when he found Justin Watson from 6 yards out late in the first half. The pass not only gave the Chiefs a 10-3 lead, but sent the 2-time MVP past Len Dawson with his franchise record 328 touchdown throw. O'Connell thrust back onto the field when Gardner Minshew broke his collarbone last weekend. Got off to a slow start after missing a month with a broken thumb, but as the Chiefs continued to kick field goals, O'Connell found his rhythm, eventually slinging a pair of touchdown passes to give Las Vegas the lead. The first was to Powers, already one of the most productive rookies in NFL history, with a minute 40 left in the third quarter. Then, after the Chiefs went 3 and out, O'Connell hit Tucker with a 58-yard strike on the first play of the fourth quarter. The Chiefs answered uh, with Wright's fourth field goal to take a 19-17 lead with about 10 minutes to go. A whole lot was still to transpire before that was the final score. The win was a positive here. These things are hard to get, especially against the Crew. Chiefs coach Andy Reid said they do a nice job against us. It seems every time we play them, it comes right down to the end. Chris Jones had 2 sacks. He had not had one. He had not had one on the previous 7 games. Las Vegas had trailed by double digits in every game this season. Mahomes had gone 113 straight starts without being sacked 5+ times. Carolina and Las Vegas have done it in consecutive weeks. The Raiders were officially eliminated from playoff contention, which does not surprise me. Raiders wide receiver DJ Turner left in the second half with a knee injury, and the Raiders will have to regroup to try to get a win over the Baker Mayfield and the Bucs. They play them next Sunday, and the Chiefs welcome the Los Angeles Chargers on Sunday Night Football next week. And this story has been corrected. It was a previous version of Minson the Raiders center, Andre James, indicated. So, but right now, I have got to give the game balls to the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, 46, 300 carries and attempts, 206 yards, 1 touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 44 yards, 7 attempts, and I think it's DeAndre Hopkins, 4 receptions, 90 yards. Well, Kansas City now 11-1, and the Raiders fall to 2-10. Well, we got a plethora day of football tomorrow. I don't have time to mention it right now, but I'll be back tomorrow with the Scott Sports 101 NFL early games pregame show, because the Rams are the Monday night game and everything else to follow. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1. I'm done.